Ilyas, you might know me best as a comedian. Some of you might be thinking, actually, I don't know who that is. Don't worry, the feeling is completely mutual. I don't know who you are either. Anyway, today I'm your celebrity supply teacher.
This is Celebrity Supply Teacher. We've assembled a staff room of superstars to share their knowledge with you. Today is the turn of famous funny man Tez Ilyas, who will be taking us on a joyous jaunt through one of his favourite subjects, science. Take it away, Tez.
As a comedian, I get paid to make people laugh, and I absolutely love it.
Look! It's gift wrapped on paper! And it's gift wrap, see?
But there's another side to me that you might not know about. Way back in the day, when I was like your guys' age, I was obsessed with science.
Oh, when you cute.
I even went to study it at university. And because I love science so much, I've put together a whole lesson for you guys. It's all about electricity. We're going to be looking at the wickedness of watts, the superbness of circuits, and the perplexingness of power, if I can even say that word. So if you're fully charged, like I clearly am, let's get on with the lesson.
It sounds like we're in for an electrifying 10 minutes.
Electricity is all around us. It powers everything that we see and touch. From your camera, from your phone, your electric toothbrush, your hairdryer, your straightener, even the thing you're watching this on right now, maybe your TV. But what is it? What is electricity? To find that out, let's go back to the beginning.
Tez, where are you taking us? Do I need to be caught?
Can you imagine what life was like before electricity? Ugh, boring. Like candlelight for light. You have to cook using an actual fire. There was no TVs, no tablets, no computer games. Oh, my days. Scientists had been investigating electricity for hundreds of years after noticing sparks and lightning. But then in 1799, a genius called Voltaire invented the first electric battery. Top guy. And then a short while later, in 1831, my guy Faraday learned how to make loads of electricity using magnets and wires. Wow, what a genius. And then in 1879, an inventor called Thomas Edison invented the first ever electric light bulb that could last long and people could afford to actually buy. From there, more and more clever people started creating electrical inventions. 1891, the first electric kettle. 1907, first electric-powered washing machine, saving our mums and dads a lot of effort. 1927, the first electric toothbrush. Which brings us to today, where the average UK household uses between 8.5 and 10 kilowatt hours per day. A kilowatt hour is just the unit of measurement we use to measure energy. Like you might use centimeters to find out if you've grown any taller, or you might use grams to make sure you've got enough baking soda in there for your cakes. And yeah, you might think 10 kilowatt hours is loads. It's not as much as some countries. Like for example, in the USA, in America, sometimes they use 3 times as much.
3 times as much? Well, I never.
Electricity can be created from a number of different sources. In the UK, where I live, electricity has been traditionally generated by either burning coal or gas or from nuclear energy. Basically, the fuel is usually used to create heat and steam. This steam then turns a turbine and generator, which creates electricity. But these days, electricity can come from renewable sources such as wind or even sunshine. Giant wind farms can create huge amounts of electricity by harnessing the power of the wind. I don't mean your farts, mate, all right?
Tez, do you have to lower the tone? I was enjoying that. Anyway.
Like you've seen those big windmills in the field and stuff, innit? The wind turns those big blades, right? And then that's connected to a generator, which creates the electricity. And then with solar power, you've seen like solar panels, innit? On like roofs and stuff. That captures the light from the sun and then turns that into electrical power. There are 2 types of electricity. Static electricity, where all the charge gathers in one place, or electric current, where the charge moves from one place to the other. Huh? Bet your dad can't do that. Static electricity is created by rubbing two things together. You can try this at home, by the way. Get a balloon, rub it against your jumper, and then after about 30 seconds, let it go, and there'll be electricity on you and the balloon. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Ta-da! Stupid balloon. It's supposed to work. Okay, why don't you try it at home? But electric current is different. That's electricity most of us use in our homes, things in our house, washing machines, TV, your tablet charge, all that sort of stuff. For electric current to happen, there must be a complete circuit that moves the charge from one place to another.
Fascinating stuff. But remember, never play with electricity. It can be super dangerous. Now, questions.
I've had a bunch of questions with you guys. I hope you put your hand up when you asked it. The first one's from Misha.
Hi Tez, what is an atom made up of?
Great question, Misha. Atoms, the building blocks of life, are made up of really tiny particles called protons, neutrons, and electrons. I hope that helps you. All right, next question. Peyton.
Hey Tez, how does electricity connect to power the television?
Trillions and trillions of tiny particles called electrons travel from the generators all the way down the wires underground, all the way up into your house, into your TV. Another video question, this time from my guy Ben.
Hi Tez, how fast can electricity travel?
Like so fast, some would say too fast. Electricity can travel nearly 300 million meters a second. Now that might be difficult to comprehend. Basically, it can go around the world, the whole world, 7 times in 1 second. Boom! That was 7 times. All right, Kingsley, what's your question?
Hi Tez, how would you fix or protect the water wind turbines if there was a really big storm?
Very suspicious question, Kingsley. Sounds like you're going to start a storm to cause some trouble. Anyway, to answer your question, obviously electricity is very dangerous and we need to make sure that people are protected, but there's a top secret control centre that can switch wind turbines off to make sure that the scientists can work on them very, very safely. We'll be keeping an eye on you though. And finally, I've got a question from Teddy. Teddy to Tezzy. All right.
Hi Tez, what was it about science that got you so interested?
For me, I just love the fact that science teaches us how the world works. And science is making so much progress in so many people's lives. It's about medicine, it's about electricity, what we've been learning today. It's about learning how the body works, how plants work, how trees work, and all of that I always found really, really fascinating.
I've got a question, Tez. What does the future hold for electricity?
One of the big things about the future of electricity is where it will come from. 10 years ago, Britain generated about 75%, 3/4 from coal and natural gas. But today, only about 40% of electricity comes from those sources in the UK. In fact, it's been reported that over the last year, there were some days where we used 0 coal to generate electricity in the UK. Boom, it's good for the environment, that. It's likely that in the future, more and more of our electricity will be generated by renewable sources like wind, water and solar, as people get the power that they need, but causing less damage to our planet. And there's also things you can do to help save electricity and be more energy efficient. Turn off the lights when you use a room, or turn off your electric appliances when you're not using them. If you use electric showers, take short showers but clean properly. And thirdly, only use electricity when you really need it. One of the other things about the future is what electricity will be used for. And one of the big things is going to be transport. In the future, more and more cars will stop using electric power, so we'll all be driving electric cars. And in fact, the UK government said by the year 2035, they want to ban all new sales of petrol and diesel cars. But this is where we can let imaginations run wild. What cool things do you think electricity will power in the future? I think it'd be really cool to have hoverboards. You like skateboards, but like above the ground, so we can like float. That'd be wicked.
How about an electric maid so I don't have to do any cleaning anymore?
Remember, electricity can be super, super dangerous, so never play with it. And if you see something that looks a little bit unsafe, leave it alone and ask a grown-up to look at it. I'm Tez Ilyas, and I've been your celebrity supply teacher. Bye.
Oh, that was some amazing facts from Tez there. And who knew that electricity could move at 300 million metres a second? That's almost as fast as me to the canteen at lunch. See ya. Nope, custard's not ready yet. Whew. Anyway, all this learning we've been doing today has been flexing our brains. So I thought I'd flex a different muscle, my poetry muscle. Yes, that's right, I've written you all a little something in honour of our great morning. We've had such a good day. Lockdown learning, I say. Lots of education with brain flex and punctuation, rocking out to air guitars, losing full stops and howling at bars. Oh. To continue with your learning, visit the website. You're all so deserving. Why, thank you. Thank you very much to all of my adoring fans. That's right, if you head over to the Bite Size website, we have lots of content up there for you to watch. Lots of quizzes to play, so much learning fun to keep those brain neurons zapping around. And don't forget, there are loads more CBBC shows coming up this morning to keep your learning going, including Horrible Histories next,